back to BLOCKTV. It's time now for Chain Breakers. Now, the crypto data space is at a critical juncture, with government regulators citing lack of transparency and clear data as critical to their inability to properly regulate the space. Numerous private actors accusing the space of being run by rampant manipulation. So, in order to keep track of what's going on and keep our eye on the latest trends, we turned to our experts over at CoinGecko, and I speak now with co-founder Bobby Ong. Bobby, thanks so much for joining us.
My pleasure.
All right, now, Bobby, we've got a very specific topic to talk about this week, one which many of our viewers may not be that familiar with, but a fascinating case study in how DAOs truly work. We're talking about DigixDAO, a small DAO project that recently undertook a pretty dramatic action, dissolution, to effectively end the coin's existence. Bobby, what can you tell us about it?
Yeah, so DigixDAO is basically a DAO, decentralized autonomous organization that has created tokenized gold called the Digix gold token, DGX. So the Digix conducted its ICO back in 2016, raising some 467,000 Ether, worth some $7 million back then. So Ether back then was pretty cheap at about $15 and we all know the story now. Ether went all the way up to $1,500 and is now worth $165. For a long time, the DigixDAO market cap over here at this point in time is $60 million, was worth less than the Ether held in the treasury, and currently it has about 380,000 Ether in its treasury, worth about $63 million. So what happened was the Ether that is held by the Digix token in the Digix treasury was worth more than the market cap of the DigixDAO token, DGD. So there were a lot of dissatisfied DGD token holders who were not happy that there was much increase in price of DGD, the DigixDAO token. It was mostly trading around a $10 range, except for a brief period in time. So there was this project resolution called Project Ragnarok, where it allows token holders of the DigixDAO token to vote whether to dissolve this project, this DAO entirely, and for each Digix token holder to get back its Ether, equivalent Ether. And what was interesting was the Digix token holders voted yes to dissolve this DAO and to get back the Ether that was held in the treasury. So if you can think about it, like this is actually a similar case of activist shareholders pressuring the company to make action, to take some action steps on the shares. So in this case, the token holders, activist token holders, have been pressuring the company to take action because the book value of the Ether for DGD, the DigixDAO, is greater than the token price of DGD in this case. So it's very interesting that the team listened to the community and conducted this dissolution vote. I think a very interesting point to note was that if you can see in the 30 days price chart over here that the price was roughly trading around $15 and then close towards the end, like the last 1-2 days, he had a 100% gain, and he was trading around $30 after all this, after it was clear that the dissolution will be voted yes.
Yeah, I mean, it seems a powerful display of the capacity for the governance of these decentralized coins and tokens to truly actually play out. Is there a precedent for this? Has this sort of dissolution happened in a DAO before, or is this really the first time that we've seen a DAO holder vote to dissolve the entire token?
Yeah, this is probably I think the first time that I've ever seen a DAO voluntarily vote to dissolve itself. Like most of the DAOs, in most cases, like had a spectacular blow up, and not voluntarily, they sort of got to shut down involuntarily. The biggest one, of course, is the DAO hack back in when Ethereum just started, I think in 2015 or 2016, where close to $150 million or so was drained from the DAO smart contract. In most cases, many of the teams, once they raised a lot of money, they were pretty, let's just say they're not careful with the money and they just spend it like there's no tomorrow, and then the DAO usually run out of cash shortly after. But in this case, the DigixDAO team had been very prudent with the cash, the Ether reserves that they have, and as a result, like they still have a significant amount, like 380,000 Ether, 380,000 Ether worth about 63 million US dollars in the treasury, which it can now be distributed back to each DigixDAO token holder. For each DGD token holder, they'll get approximately 0.19 ETH, and this will be available to them in about 90 days, sometime in end of March.
All right, I mean, it is an interesting development in the process of governance. Do we know as well, Bobby, the amount of token holders or the percentage of token holders, rather, that actually participated in this vote? Because we know that that's a common problem sometimes when it comes to these sort of DAOs and other sort of the governance of certain coins, that often the numbers that vote actually are quite low in terms of the overall holders.
That's a very good question, actually. So there was a total of about 2 million total DigixDAO tokens, and of which this community vote received only 52 votes from the various token holders. So a total, if I remember correctly, I had a chat with the DigixDAO team, close to 700,000 tokens out of the 2 million tokens were voted for this vote. The Digix team, of course, was not in favor of dissolving the DAO, so they abstained from voting. So removing the treasury team and the team's token and other major token holders. So it received a quorum of over 40%. So it was actually, what we saw from this exercise was that a small number of token holders actually control a large percentage of DigixDAO tokens in circulation. And even though it received only 52 votes, it received over 40% of a quorum and passed the dissolution proposal.
Wow, well, certainly a powerful display of token governance, democracy in action, voting to terminate itself. Fascinating stuff, Bobby. Thanks for bringing this story to our attention. And for those at home, keep watching at blocktv.com for all of this news and information. I'm westropp-evans. Thanks for watching.
For more news and updates, follow us on Twitter.